I really got my first bottle of honey, my first jar, my first pound. Put a lot of effort in, and I've done nothing compared to the bees, bruh. So shout out to the bees. The sun is shining now, so it's looking great. I've been beekeeping for over a year now, learning from friends and the bees themselves along the way. I've even been able to do my first honey harvest. So I figured it was time for me to kind of look back and show y'all some of the lessons that I've learned. So we'll start with where I got my bees from and the entire process starting last fall. So the problems that I face is that I live in a city and I don't have a yard, so I don't have any lawn space to host a hive. And another issue is that it is the end of October, and if I wanted to have my own hive or start my own hive today, they would die. At this point in time, it's way too cold, not enough flowers out for them to be able to get the pollen, the nectar, be able to create enough honey for them to survive the winter. I'm gonna show y'all today how I got my hives, how I found space to host a hive. And I'm also gonna do a little unboxing because I finally got my own hive suit. You feel me? All right, right now I'm in the car. I'm about to go check out the site that I'm putting the bees on and make sure everything is good because I can't put them at my house. So hopefully everything is good at this site, but we'll see real soon.
I'm Taylor. Hey y'all, beekeeping friend over here. I'm excited. Bronson's becoming a beekeeper today. I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Officially.
You're not even a bee monitor anymore.
Exactly.
You're a beekeeper for real.
So hopefully I'll get some. It's gonna be dark because you're supposed to move the bees at night when they're all back in their home and just a little bit more calm down. So hopefully we can get some videos, but the lighting might not be the best. So we'll see what we can do. But we are now headed out about 45 minutes away.
Wow. Officially, beekeeper Bronson. We're taping up all the entrances. So tomorrow, when we deliver them to their new home for the winter, they won't come out to get us.
Like tonight.
Like tonight they got us.
They got us.
They got our asses. And that's our smoker because we don't have a smoker. No smoker, so.
It's going, though. It's
It
working.
is. We're so innovative. Got our asses. I think one just got me just now.
For real?
No.
This might look crazy, but I was traumatized moving the bees the night before. I got about 20 stings, so I was taking every precaution necessary. So the sun is coming up pretty fast, but we got some extra equipment. Luckily from the man who gave us the bees, we have 4 hives, healthy hives. This sucker right here in particular is very healthy. We learned the hard way last night.
Yeah.
And they'll be going next to a fellow beekeeper's hive who that hive didn't make it through the winter or the fall, but ours are going to be going on this pallet right here. Kind of cool little spot, so we'll see. Hopefully we can get up and going before the sun comes all the way up, but we're on a good track so far.
Okay.
Welcome to Megatron, baby. This is the big fella. This was definitely the strongest hive. As you can see, she is fully healthy and alive. Yep, so the babies are working. And they're actually really calm today. The last one, this was the hive, I think this was the hive that got our asses.
Yeah.
So they're not so upset to see us today. I think they're pretty relaxed in their new home. So we're gonna start getting into this bottom box and checking it out.
Honey frame.
Honey frame.
So they're storing. They have some stores for the winter. So it's pretty stored out. Honey all around.
Yeah, heavy frame.
Heavy frame.
Heavy
We'd
frame.
like to see it, so that's good.
I'm back in my apiary, and today I am going to be taking a look at my other 2 hives. So this hive is actually pretty healthy. Inside, most of the frames are covered with bees. This is the bottom, the brood box. Then the top box is looking pretty good too. Okay, so I just opened up the hive, took the top box off. A lot of bees in all the frames. I put some smoke on them, so they kind of went back inside, but I also just smoked these. And it's looking like most frames have bees on them. So I'm gonna get into it, see if I can't find anything cool. They're working hard. They are. Appreciate y'all. Okay, so I shook a lot of the bees off this one just to show this is like the prime middle frame, how much capped honey there is, which is beautiful. A lot of nectar. That's an old apiary strip. And then we have brood. I can't find the queen though, which is a little bit discouraging, but there is the same on both sides. So this is really what I want to see. It's a heavy frame, and this top box is very assuring that this hive is doing well. Okay, I couldn't really get a video just because it was hard to maneuver, but I found the queen on this frame, second to last, and that frame literally was completely filled, 100% capped honey, both sides, and the queen is huge. So she's been laying, she's been doing her thing, running her hive, and I appreciate her. So at this point in the fall, I felt pretty good about the hives, but honestly, I was only able to do 1 inspection on them before going into the winter. So I really had the mindset of, hey, I got them like this. If they're gonna make it, they're gonna make it. I was gonna hopefully feed them a little bit over the winter, but I really didn't spend too much time with them, so I wasn't really aware of what their needs were or where each individual hive was at. So I was just hoping for the best at that point, to be honest, to get through the winter. So it was a rough winter, way more rough than I've seen in the past 5 years of living here in Richmond, Virginia. A lot of snowstorms, and they continued throughout February. So going into March, I was very excited to get into my hives because it had been so long, about 3 or 4 months really, since I had gotten into them. And I was just ready to get back into beekeeping for the spring, now that I had my own hives. So I was feeling good, a little bit nervous though, because of how harsh the winter was, but more so than anything, just excited to get back into the hives and beekeeping in general. Yo, what up? It's still March 1st, we outside. I'm with Aunt Pat and Taylor, getting these smokers ready. About to go hit the hives for the first time in a couple months, actually getting into them, pulling frames. I'm gonna pull a frame, the first frame. I haven't done this in a long time, so it feels good. Just the outermost frame. So still some capped honey on this side, just a bit. In the middle right there. If we go on the other side. Oof. Yeah, that's fully capped. So they didn't get to this, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, so we came to a frame about halfway through the top box. And it's a good frame because it has everything. You mind tilting it my way, Taylor? We got some nectar in there, some pollen, as you can see. And then if you can see, give it a blow. I'll look at the other side low key.
Yeah.
These brown capped cells are baby bees or brood. Should be coming out soon. And apparently Taylor said she saw the queen.
I do see the queen. She is right there. They're tucking her.
Oh yeah, and there's the queen. So she's the one who's been laying all these babies.
Wow, she's been a busy man.
Busy bee. Nice, Taylor.
Good stuff, Kat.
So these are some babies.
About halfway through this top box.
Hey y'all, this is the creme brulee hive. I actually got to name this hive.
Facts.
I'm super excited to crack into it. I know that there's some action, so we're gonna see what's going on.
Let's do it.
And yeah,
A little bit of honey on that joint.
Still another one there. A little bit of honey. Good to see. Getting towards the brood. I suspect that there's nothing in the bottom box at all.
Yeah, I would think the same.
These need to
That's been
be
the
down.
low key. I might
down.
take that April bar strip as well off.
Yes. Lots of pollen.
Wow.
Yummy.
My bad. Lots
Yummy
of pollen.
Okay.
There's a lot of bees on this though.
A lot of bees. So we're doing this with a good pollen.
This side is honey. And a lot of bees elsewhere. And some brood. Those dark brown capsules. And some nectar. This glossy
Some brood,
stuff.
some larvae.
We're back at the Frank. We just put a couple puffs of smoke into her. Just lifted it barely to calm them down. And I'm a little nervous about this one, but we'll open it up here in just a second and see if there are bees. Oh, that is very sad. A sad, sad sight. So unfortunately, we lost the Frank, which sucks.
I'm really sorry.
It's okay. It happens sometimes. We had so many snows this year that I honestly think that the cold weather might have been a reason. But we can see that
But you're still coming out.
The beekeeper that I got my hives from told me that last year, the 3 hives that I had produced 200 pounds of honey. So obviously I was really excited and was hoping to get at least 100 to 150 pounds of honey. I realized, hey, if I don't hit 200, that's okay. Also, with 1 out of the 3 hives dying, I felt a little less optimistic, but still hopeful. So at least in the beginning of the spring, that was my goal, to hit around 100 to 150 pounds of honey for the year. I also had other goals, such as getting up to 4 hives total, and also starting my own bee business, my LLC, as well as making mead, which is honey wine. So I had a few separate goals, but definitely being able to harvest honey was a big goal, and the bigger goal of getting up to 4 hives total. I might get into it more in my next video, but so far I've learned a lot about the environment through beekeeping, just from understanding when pollen and nectar flows are heavier, so learning more about my local flora and fauna in the area that I live in has been really helpful, and also just being aware more so of different weather events and just the daily weather. I'm thinking about the bees and if they're going to be able to go out, as well as just the season. So I've been grateful to beekeeping for getting me more so, I guess, in touch or in tune with nature, just because sometimes days and seasons seem to pass by into the next, and they just flow into the next one. Whereas beekeeping, you know where you're at in the year depending on what you're doing, and that's kept me very focused on where I'm at in the year and in my own life. And just understanding, for me, I feel like I get seasonal depression or a little bit down. I don't want to use the word maybe depression because I'm not clinically diagnosed or anything, so, but I am down in the winter. I'm a summer baby, and when the sun sets at 5, I just want to go home and go to sleep. I don't have that much motivation, so it's kind of got me a little bit more excited for winter, because that's kind of the time that I can just chill. And although I love beekeeping, it's a time where I can just kind of reset for the spring and focus on other areas of my life. But I just appreciate beekeeping for being able to help me learn more about a lot of the cycles that go on every day that we're not even aware of a lot of the times in the world that we live in. And I'll probably talk more about this a little bit more in my next video. I'm gonna make another video going through the next or following 6 months, pretty much March through June. A lot has happened. I've been able to move my hives to a different apiary or a different farm that they're loving right now, and it's really beautiful. So I'll show you all a little bit about how that process went, and also my first honey extraction, and just where I'm at right now going into the middle of the summer. So I'll be dropping that video soon, so you can kind of see and follow along all the way from in this video beginning of the fall when I got my hives to where I'm at now. So I'll show you all that soon.